if there's ever a time when you're a host or a guest where you're on somebody else's show or where they are on your show, where not only do you want to bless the listener, but you might also be doing it intentionally, saying something that might serve the person that's on the other side of the mic as well. Does that happen for you? And if so, how?
The best interviews. Yeah. It really is. Like, you can always tell when a host is really intrigued and they want to know more for themselves, right?
Yeah.
They're hungry for the information. And that is a cool journey because the listener's on that same journey. When the host is on the same journey, he's like, I'm just trying to learn about this too. I didn't know you could do this. This is incredible. So I'll tell you, like, if this is ever a testament to why you should be on other people's podcasts, this would be. As I mentioned, I was on Entrepreneurs on Fire that first time. Then the second time I referred to my podcast and I saw a boom in those numbers. Well, 5 months later, someone reached out to me. It was a guy that said, hey, and I think he might have even reached out to me on LinkedIn possibly, but he said, hey, I just heard your episode on Entrepreneurs on Fire. I'd love to have you on a guest on my show. And he was a real estate investor. And so I got on his show and then he started asking me about like this infinite banking, that's kind of concept. And he was asking for himself. In fact, it was actually, we were talking about passive income the first episode, but when I threw out like, yeah, this infinite banking, you can actually get paid twice. He's like, wait, what? Okay, we got to do a second episode. And so we end up recording a second episode 2 weeks later. And he was really just like intrigued, like interviewing me. So the funny thing is, not only after that interview did he become a client of ours, right? But then he referred me to another podcast host who said, you got to meet this guy, who ended up becoming one of our biggest clients on that infinite banking side. And he referred me to his 1,200 doctors that were also there. Between that, just that one episode with John Lee Dumas leading me to the one guy that led to another guy, and then just the referrals I got from those two guys, I probably made $4 million for an episode that I maybe paid, $600, $1,000 to be on. Now he'd be like $4,000 or $5,000.
I was on and it cost me $3,500. So
yeah,
it was like a year ago.
I think it's even more now to be on John's show if you pass the whole test, right?
Yeah.
But even then, like if somebody tells me, hey, would you pay $5,000 to be on John's show? I'll be like, yes, sign me up right now. I'll do it again.
If it makes you $3 million, why not?
Why not? Right. And so that's the power of a podcast. Like it could just take one listener on that podcast to just make this massive difference in your life. And so, yeah, I really think the success came because that guy was so intrigued with that specific topic that helped him, that also helped his listeners, helped the people that we've been referred to ever since. And still people will find that episode from time to time. That episode's now like 5 years old. And every once in a while people say, I saw you on that interview with this guy. And I was like, are you serious? It's still up? Like that's awesome. Great.
Yeah.
I love it. And that's the power of that connection.